So in the previous demo of polymorphism, that would work great because here these objects, or sorry, these methods, they both belong to the superclass. Okay. But what about if I want to, let's say, print the area, right? And then I go here and I say system.out print line uh, the area is, and then I go here and I say plus object dot get area. Okay, and then here I'm gonna have issues. Notice that it doesn't give me the get area method. Why is that? Because in here I can only get implement methods from the superclass. I will talk later about basically a solution to this. Okay, because when we talk about objects, we don't know if we're talking about circles or talking about rectangles or triangles, right? In this case, right? Because basically it's an instance of simple geometric object, right? Even though we know that it's gonna be either of one of these two types, right? So what you do is that you cast the object, right? So here I have two objects, right? So one is an instance of circles from simple geometric objects, sorry about that. The one is from rectangle. And notice that here basically they are of the object type, right? Because everything in Java is an object, right? So I can easily just go here and change this to this guy, and it's gonna work the same, fine. But then this is more specific. In this case, I want it to be more generic, right? So it's basically under the object superclass, right? So every command in Java is under this superclass. Okay, so now I'm gonna display both objects, right? So I'm gonna pass them. And notice that now my type is object. Okay, so here, what you do is that you test what type of object do you have. If you have a circle or a rectangle. And that's kind of what this command does. You are checking if this is an instance, if your object is an instance of circle from simple geometric object. If it is, this is going to return true. If it's not, it's going to return false. So let's say that for the first guy, which is a circle, it's going to return true. And then it's going to execute this series of commands. Okay. So now your object, you change or you cast it as a circle from simple geometric object. The same way that you cast an integer variable, like integer variable is equal, and then you cast uh, a double number, right? So the same casting. So this double is cast as an integer. So the same deal you do with your object, right? You cast this as a single from simple geometric object, and then you can use the get area method, get diameter method. And now here you're gonna check if your object, if it's an instance of rectangle. If it is, then you need to cast that as a rectangle from simple geometric object type, and then you can use this method, right? So that's casting of objects. And then we just run this, and then you can see that basically here we have the first call out for circle. Right, so it's going to give me the area and the diameter. Okay? And here the area for the rectangle. Right, but the main topic here is that here I have a generic object which could be either a circle or a diameter or a rectangle. And then you need to check the instance, if it's an instance of either a circle or a diameter. And then in order to use the proper method for that class, you need to cast the object to that specific class. Okay? So these are things that you need to try by yourself so you can get a hang of that. Okay.